Greetings, welcome back to Black Bear News, where we are discussing climate change, abrupt climate change, and things adjacent. And we still hold the title of the most progressive news channel on YouTube. Get with the times, suckers. So I'm going to start off. This video is going to be about people taking action. Why? Why not? We're going to start with this from CBS News. 70 climate change protesters arrested outside of New York Times. The New York Times building. This is from June 22nd, 2019. 70 climate change protesters were arrested after they blocked traffic outside of the New York Times building on Saturday. Police said. Hold on. Pardon. The protesters from the group Extinction Rebellion hung banners on the skyscraper in Midtown Manhattan on Saturday and on the outside of the Port Authority bus terminal across the street. The New York Police Department took 67 protesters into police custody after they laid down on 8th Avenue and blocked traffic. Good for them. CBS New York reports the Port Authority said they arrested 3 of the protesters. Charges are pending. A spokeswoman for Extinction Rebellion, Eve Mosher, said the group wants the media to report on the climate emergency so that people can start pushing for more radical responses. A Times spokeswoman told the Associated Press in an email that no national news organization devotes more resources to covering climate change than the Times. Oh, well, isn't that great? And that, my friends, is very short. Let's move on. More than 500 arrested after protests and clashes as India water crisis worsens. This is from June 21, 2019. Again, picking up where we left off the other day, or yesterday in Chennai, millions of people are running out of usable water in the southern Indian city of Chennai, which is experiencing major droughts and a rapidly worsening water crisis. At least 550 people were arrested Wednesday in the city of Coimbatore for protesting with empty water containers in front of the municipal government's headquarters. How dare you? Accusing officials of negligence and mismanagement. Damn it, we will not be held responsible. Go to jail. Meanwhile, 4 reservoirs that supplied Chennai, the state capital and India's 6th largest city, have run nearly dry. Lake Puzal, the city's largest, is the large body of water in the satellite image from Maxar below. On July 15th, 2018, it was full of blue water, so this is last year. Here. And here. Empty. 1 year later, the reservoir has been reduced to an almost completely dry lake bed. The same is true further south in the smaller reservoir of Lake Chambarambakam, where only the deepest part of the lake bottom still holds water. There was some respite for Chennai residents Thursday when the city received its first major rainfall of the year. That's good. The next 2 days will see light to moderate rainfall in the city. It will give relief for the intense heat that is there. $550 people were arrested. That's insane. And in Germany, moving on, this is from Common Dreams. The headline says, "We are unstoppable. Another world is possible." How's that for a slogan? Hundreds storm police lines to shut down massive coal mine in Germany. This is not only about coal power, said one Ende Gelande spokesperson. Sorry, totally not a German speaker, so I completely probably screwed his name up, and I will do so again. This is about changing a destructive system that is based on the quest for infinite economic growth and exploitation. We are fighting for a future in which people count more than profits. Excuse me. An analog to yellow vests, anyone? Hundreds of climate activists stormed a massive open-pit coal mine in Germany on Saturday, entering a standoff with police inside the mine, while thousands of others maintained separate blockades of the nation's coal infrastructure as part of a week-long series of actions designed to end Europe's dependency on fossil fuels, coordinated by the Ende Gelände Alliance, or Geland. The campaigners targeting the Garzweiler mine in the German state of North Rhine-Westphalia as they evaded security forces across roads and fields before reaching the pit and descending its banks. "We are unstoppable," the activist declared. "Another world is possible." Check them out. This is not only about coal power, said Sina Reich, a spokeswoman of Ende Gelände, in a statement. This is about changing a destructive system that is based on the quest for infinite economic growth and exploitation. We are fighting for a future which people count more than profits. But you're going to have to fight those profiteers and all of their weapons, probably first. But still, pretty amazing pictures here and footage of people taking this action. As clashes begin with security forces, the activists declared on social media that they were not the source of the violence and called on the police to withdraw from the area. Beautifully put. They are not the source of the violence. With the Garzweiler mine occupation underway, a separate team of Ende Gelände activists on Saturday maintained a blockade of railway tracks leading to the coal-fired Noreth power station, also in Rhineland, that began on Friday. The activists spent the night on the tracks to keep any trains from coming or going. Wow. This year, said Nike Mallhouse, another spokesperson for Ende Gelände, the climate justice movement is hitting a new peak. We are more determined, more diverse, and more united than ever before. The climate crisis is already a reality, especially for people in the global south. We are bringing the age of fossil fuels to an end today. So, and this is interesting. Because again, this is going to start happening more frequently, and with greater numbers of people as people realize what's going on. People are going to demand something happen, and how that translates into any actual change or any actual plans or government response, I have no idea. Do all of these actions get met with brute force or pushback from those in power? We've seen a lot of governments declare climate catastrophe. Does that mean anything? Are those just words? It's some kind of start, I guess. But people are going to have to really get this info. They're going to really have to come into this information with some speed. They're really going, this is like such a huge, there's people in the U.S. that don't even understand climate change. There's a lot of people around the globe that don't even understand the realities of climate change. And when you present this, as Guy McPherson or Roger Hallam or anybody who has presented this information to people, or I have presented this information to people, and it's overwhelming. It's too much. It's a lot. It's a lot to take on board. It's just going to be very interesting to see in the next few years as awareness around this grows and as people come to understand, oh shit, whatever could we possibly do? There are going to be an equal number of people who get it, hear it, and are ready to move on it. we'll see. It's going to be a race against time, a race to the bottom. I don't know. I have no idea. And as time goes on, as this news becomes more prevalent, as this news shows up on Facebook timelines and Twitter timelines and YouTube timelines and eventually on actual mainstream media news, as this becomes too hard to ignore, look for all kinds of proposals and ideas, and most likely government action eventually. Eventually, governments are going to have to actually do something, beyond, I declared a climate catastrophe. Or we're going to switch to clean fossil fuels. No, there's going to actually have to be some kind of, this requires a lot more than just, investing in solar. This requires much, much more than just everybody switching to electric cars. That's not going to be the solution. When you have climate refugees just running through borders all over the world, when you have possible water wars developing all over the world, and massive famine starting to hit certain sections of the world, things are going to get a little bit hairy. So now would be a good time to figure out how to deal with all of that. We haven't done so yet, unless anybody's got some secret plans that I don't know about. Who knows? Make your own plans and hold on to your seats. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for your eyes, your ears, and your conscience. If you would like to support this channel, you can do so at the links below. Until next time, peace.